bro?
No, what'd you find?
Oh, ouch.
Ooh.
Ow.
You know, they're bad little jokers. And he's like, yeah. Chad, come in here. I am your father. Get this thing right. Because that little dude, little Wilson, boy, he ain't joking, bro.
This one's a no mess
Man,
around.
yeah. I feel good. So I feel good today for some reason. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like talking some big, Chewbacca. Oh.
I don't even know how to.
Is that what it is? Hey,
Doo-doo.
why you always sing me? Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Like something was crawling on.
Well, those bugs knew they can't touch us.
Did you see? It's like Chewbacca dancing.
This for you, Beyonce.
Oh my goodness. She'll never talk to me again. 2, 1. Welcome to Midwest Mayhem. He is Chad Christensen.
Let's do it.
I am Tron Smith. And this here, my friends, is Midwest Mayhem, man.
I love it.
Dude, it's awesome. You know, the cool thing about this Midwest Mayhem is the fact that we get to do it here at Wilson Toyota in Ames, 2212 South Duff Avenue, just a short drive from anywhere in the metro. And I'm telling you, man, we have been active in the community here.
We have been busy.
Just busy, man. We had the opportunity to go and be together in Teal, which was absolutely awesome at Raccoon River. Shauna Schwartz and that group just really put things together. Man, we got to meet some unbelievably strong people.
Very strong and very eye-opening experience.
100%. So you know what I tell you? Definitely go to the website, hear about it. NOCC, National Ovarian Cancer Coalition. There's a lot of information up there. Like we say, when in doubt, check it out and make sure you keep your voice loud and clear. We also are getting ready for Trunk or Treat.
Come on now.
Man, you jumping off the boat here. Listen, Trunk or Treat. Listen, October 31st. Right here, Wilson Toyota. I got to give you the address again, 2212 South Duff Avenue, a short drive from anywhere in the metro. Bring the little ones out. Bring the family out. We're going to have offices decorated. We're going to have everyone in costume. We have a few special guests. We got an actual greeter at our door, which is going to be interesting.
Oh, it's going to be big this year.
So that's going to be awesome. October 31st from 5 to 7. A safe place to bring the kids out
that's
for
what I was gonna say.
Beggars Night.
If you want to go to some place that's safe and have a really good time, everyone's decorating their desk area. Everyone's going to be dressed up. We're going to have a great time. I think it's 5 to 7.
Yeah,
correct?
I think
Something
I just
like
said that, but that's all right. If you want to think it's 5 to 7,
I
know it's 5 to 7.
And since it is my month,
It's not your month.
just make sure everybody comes out to celebrate
Not
Chad's
sure.
birthday. Wait a minute, Halloween.
No one cares. But it is going to be a nice time to come
gonna
out
be great.
To Wilson Toyota. It's going to bring the kids out. Check our website. This is the cool thing. There's something extremely cool on our website. And if you want to check this out, Instagram and Twitter is at Wilson of Ames. For Facebook and TikTok, it's at Wilson Toyota of Ames. And if you really want to get down with the get down, you can holler at your boy at Big Strong. That's 2 G's when you're as big as I am. And at Big Strong 1 on that there Insta chat. Holler at your boy. Right? But go on there and check it out. Let me tell you what's really cool, right? So we have a 1972 Toyota Land Cruiser that is in our showroom that has turned into Tow-Mater.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a Land Cruiser anymore.
Man, it is one cool Tow-Mater mobile. That Tow-Mater will be here, as well as I hear that there's going to be a Toyota here.
That's what I heard too, and I can't wait to see it.
That's going to be super cool.
I'm telling you what, every year we just take it up a notch. And up a notch, and up a notch.
Oh, man.
It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be fun.
Good.
But come out. We're going to make it all happen. Again, 2212 South Duff Avenue, just a short drive from anywhere in the metro. Come out to Trunk or Treat on October 31st. From 5 until 7. It's going to be an awesome deal. But let's get to business, my friend. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait a minute. There's one more thing I don't want to miss here.
What you got?
Word on the street tells me that you were in Chicago running a 13-mile marathon.
Well, part of that's true. I was in Chicago, and I ran about 13 feet from point A to point B. No, it was really cool. The Wilsons sponsored my daughter to run the Chicago Marathon this year.
Awesome.
So we were out there, 47,000 people, probably 80 to 100,000 people with spectators. and watching her finish the race, very, very proud moment for me. But just realizing when you put mind up to something and you really want to do it, people just do it. It was amazing to see. You want to get inspired, go watch a marathon and watch people do it. It was cool.
Let me tell you, I saw about a 2-second snippet of her running. I'm still tired, still trying to catch my breath. But you know what? Mad big ups to Hartley for going out and doing that deal and running. Super proud of her. I know she just came off a knee surgery.
4 months.
But man, this crazy. You know what? She's so much like her mama. Right? But you know what? Mad love. You know, Wilson Toyota doing a lot of things. It's always awesome. But so there's a lot going on in the automotive industry right now that's kind of like touch and go and touchy.
Boy, it's better walk on those eggs soft.
Well, I don't know. You need to walk on eggs. I think it's a conversation that's probably being had by a lot of people. And I can tell you, for anyone that's non-domestic, this is a big conversation about what's going on with the UAW.
Yeah, you know, we've been talking about it because, again, we go back to saying to people, hey, wake up, notice your surroundings, what's going on in the business. If you turn on the TV to any channel, you better know what's going on with the business.
Well, it's crazy because I think that the UAW, and for you guys, I got told by our I don't know what we call it, the editor, the producer, the boss, whatever title you want to have today, to make sure that we talk about the United Auto Workers. And this situation has come about because they are asking, and I'm not going to say names, I'll just say some of the domestic automakers. They're asking them for what I understand, a few other things, but fair wages. They want to go to 4-day work weeks. They want to be compensated for what they're doing in a way that they seem as fair. And I think this thing has been brewing. Actually, I know this thing has been brewing for years and years and years, and it has finally come to a head. And what's happening at this point is just a massive strike.
Yes, it is. And again, it goes back to people, doing the work and getting paid for what they feel is the right payment, but it also goes back to the whole industry of, I go back to doing things the right way. We talk about being fair, doing things the way it should be done, right? And it goes also to people realizing that they're like, it's not going to affect us at all. We're not domestic.
Well, this will affect everybody. This will affect every manufacturer, and I know it's kind of different because when you think about this strike that's happening,
it's there.
I know it's a domestic thing, but it will change the auto market for Toyota, Honda, and anyone else that's in this market. I mean, when you can't get inventory, of course, the inventory that's out there is going to become at a premium, which is going to inflate pricing and things like that. So, as a dealership, I would encourage anyone, whether you be a domestic and you have to deal with the side of your vehicles are not going to get built, you need to be thinking down the line, man, how am I going to stay afloat here?
Right.
But for guys like us who, thank goodness we work for Toyota. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just a deal. We just happen to be in a good spot. We have to start thinking about the influx of domestic buyers coming into our dealerships now. Which, you know what, man, I'm sorry that it's coming this way, but I appreciate now we're going to get a few consumers that normally wouldn't look at Toyota.
It's true.
To come in and give Toyota the opportunity. And this is where dealerships have to pay attention and start preparing their employees for these people to come in, because there's going to be different questions.
And they better be preparing their employees for it, because there's going to be questions asked that they haven't ever been asked, maybe.
Yeah, well, the truth of it is most people that buy domestic vehicles is not that they don't like Toyotas or Hondas, because I know a lot of people. I got a good friend of mine who his wife drives a Highlander, but he doesn't never want to drive a Tundra, or vice versa. Maybe he drives a Tundra and the wife would never go away from Chevy or GM.
Right.
It's one of those things to where they do know. We just want to be prepared as they come in, because that buyer is just a different buyer. We live in Iowa. I would like to consider us a truck state. There's a lot of trucks and SUVs.
One would think, yes.
And the use of those trucks and SUVs, because of the farmers and construction that goes on in Iowa, there's some things that need to, there's just some qualities of the truck that need to be there.
They are in a need basis and not a want.
100%. As this massive strike goes on and they don't build the domestics. Some of the domestics. I'm going to say now, some of the domestics, it's going to slow down. They're going to be able to build. As you get new customers in your store for the first time, I would encourage foreign automakers, Toyota, Honda, Nissan, to sharpen up their tools. make sure that your employees and I'm not just talking salespeople. You're going to see this on the service side. You're going to see this in the collision centers, and things like that. You're going to see this on the sales side. But we need to make sure that we're prepared, that the GM understands what is coming, that the sales managers understand what's coming, that the salespeople that's going to be on the front line understand that when that domestic buyer comes in, first of all, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to shoot you a straight line. They want a discount. They want to negotiate. Yeah. I'm just telling you right now.
Well, they're used to a discount.
They want to negotiate. It's one of those things. So I would say if you believe that MSRP is a fair price for your car, you better start preparing your staff for that conversation because it's coming.
That's exactly right. It goes right back to what we've talked about a million times, the value.
Well, we had a little bit in training today. We were kind of talking about values. And when I think about the value of a product, the first thing I will tell you from your sales staff is this. They have to know what they're presenting the consumer. Okay?
100%.
We talked a little bit about Tundra. We talked about towing capacities. We talked about payloads. We talked about, rear ends. Is it a 410? Is it a 373? We talked about torque. We talked about all these things. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up today going forward is because these are the questions that these the domestic buyers coming in, the reason why they haven't went to Toyota is they don't think Toyota can get it done.
Right.
From a performance standpoint.
Right. And they've been in the Chevy for 40 years.
100%.
Right? And the Chevy's done everything they've needed to do for 40 years.
Well, I think you have to earn people's trust when it comes to that. And I tell you, the GM product, Chevy Silverado, GMC, it's a Sierra. They just make a good truck. F-150 is a good truck. They make a good truck, and if you want to tap into that market, you got to actually come after that market, which Toyota has done a great job doing. The Toyota Tundra is more than it can very well do the job. I mean, it seems crazy.
It can do the job.
It can more than farly do the job. The problem with that is that most of our employees and most of our salespeople don't understand why that truck was built. I mean, most people still think that we build our trucks out of the state. For some weird reason, we're going to have a lot of conversations about,
that's crazy.
Is it Japan built?
Correct.
Okay? It's built in Texas.
Correct. Where's the bill again?
It's built in Texas. Okay. It is.
They have trucks in Texas?
It's made in the U.S. I was telling the guys in training today, is there more American state than Texas? I'm serious. I mean, this is a good conversation. You think about it. This is America, Jack, right? If you think about America, and you say, man, what one state makes you think patriotic? What would it be?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, Texas is
probably
up there
Texas.
for sure.
I mean, I can't really think of another state that makes me think, I'm serious. It's crazy. But I think it's Texas. So for Toyota to build their trucks in Texas and keep it close to home, and I know they got a 1794 edition, which is named after the actual ranch that they are building on, which is kind of cool. But you definitely want to prepare your your sales staff to understand what these buyers are looking for. This is an educated buyer.
Hey, the expectation of the buyer. How about we word it that way? The buyer is an educated buyer if they're coming in from Iowa, Texas, any of these places where they use a truck as a truck.
Yeah. Well, in a lot of instances, if you're not preparing your sales staff, this buyer will probably know more about what they're trying to buy than your employee does. And that's where,
exactly right.
And that's where I give just mad love to Toyota for Toyota Engage. Every time I have a training class or I Genchi Genbutsu a guy, and they was like, well, where do I go find it? I was like, dude, Toyota Engage is
at your fingertips, man.
And the cool thing about Toyota Engage is not just for us; it's for the consumer as well. Now, not as much information,
right?
But it does give you that. But I really do thank Toyota for having Toyota Engage. Just gives us a place to go and find out what the rear end is in that Tundra. Find out what the horsepower is. It's amazing to me.
The payload, all of it.
Yeah, it's amazing to me how many salespeople don't understand when you see to get the best, towing radius, you got to go to a 2-wheel drive.
Did you see the looks on people's faces today?
Yeah, boy, it looked like I won't say what it looked like because I probably can't say it on this podcast, but it was a lot of eyes wide open.
There were eyes wide open. You're exactly right.
Anyway, I was going to say something.
We're at that time of year when people are coming out and, it's a business. They need stuff for their business. And if you don't have it, they're going to go find it someplace else. This strike
is going to put waves every direction when it comes to the automotive industry. I can't help but to feel bad. And I feel bad for both sides of this deal. I know there's going to be some people killing me on this one. I feel bad about both sides of this thing because, yeah, I think that there needs to be a happy median, but I think at some point that median does need to be a happy median. There does need to be some growth, and I think you need to take care of the people that take care of you. That's what I've always appreciated about Denny and Danny is, I come to work every day, and at all points, and, nobody wants to talk money. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to ever go into someone's office and say, "Hey, man, I think I deserve more money." I think they do. He's right.
Don't talk about any more money.
Okay, wait. Both of y'all look at me. It's like, wait, hold on, man. But no one wants to do that. They're really, most people are uncomfortable with that conversation. But I always say, man, they've done a good job of trying to keep up with someone's worth. Does that make sense?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
They try to keep up with someone's worth. Now, I don't think there's a businessman in America that's like, yeah, man, I'm going to pay you way too much. You know what I mean?
I won't work for that guy.
But I think when it comes to the worth side of it, they do a pretty good job, and they're always open to hear. And I think when it comes to this strike with the UAW and these different manufacturers, I think they just really need to have an open ear to both sides of this thing. And I do think that these workers that sit in these plants every day, and they make it happen for all of us.
Right. Without them, there is no vehicle.
100%, man. These guys make it happen, and I think you should pay them like they make it happen. Without them, this is not a thing.
Right.
So, yeah, can they do a 4-day work week? Absolutely. You guys all the time, you say, hey, I don't want to work Saturdays. Or I'm serious, you guys, we talk about it all the time. Hey, I want a shorter work week. And I was like, dude, if you can get done what I need you to get done in a shorter work week, so be it. I have no problem with that. So, when I think about this strike, it's like, dude, let them try.
Right.
I mean, if they can get it done, if they can still give you the productivity that they're giving you and they say they can do it in 4 days, then by all means, grant them that. They are keeping your ship afloat. So you grant them that. And as far as their, what you should pay them, man, if they want a 40% increase, if they can show you that 40% increase is value, it's there. We always talk about value. Then by all means, give it to them. They're only going to allow you to make more money. And that's the thing about it. It's like, man, people that are happy, people that feel like they're getting paid what they're worth, people that come to work and they want to come to work.
Enjoy it.
They work harder.
They do.
I tell Danny all the time, dude, you can't pay me to work harder. I give you everything I got. You know what I mean? But if they would just give these guys what they want, right, and then hold them to a standard. I'm okay if I'm gonna pay you. If you want a 40% raise and you want a 4-day work week, okay, man, I believe you. First of all, I don't believe. I know you're worth it. Right? I know you're worth it. And this strike is going to show them that they're worth it.
Oh, it is.
Right? Because you can't pay anybody to come work right now.
Right.
There's not people lined up to work. So I think you pay them, and this is where I say the compromise comes in. Give them what they want, and then hold them accountable.
Right.
Okay.
Both sides.
Okay, so you're going to pay out more money than you wanted to. Right now, dude, you ain't making none.
So true.
So there's the thing, and I think it's always a happy medium, and it's going to affect everybody, and I feel sorry for all those families that are going through that. And again,
it's a tough situation.
The families on both sides,
and it seems like in the industry, again, we started to go and we started to climb out, and then we were like the little yodeler on The Price is Right, and you fall over the edge, and you got to start climbing again, right?
Well, you know what? It's been a long time coming. This automaker. Strike or standoff. Whatever you want to call it. These guys are right. I'm just going to tell you, they're right. And I know the manufacturers don't want to hear that, but this ain't Toyota, so I can say what I want, right? These guys are right, and they do deserve it, and they are hard workers, and they are the blue collar. They are the foundation of our industry, and I think we need to treat them like they're the foundation of our industry. I don't think that they're asking to get rich. I think they're asking to get what they're worth.
Right.
And if you give them what they're worth, and this is if you give them what they're worth, then just hold them accountable. And I think it's a fair thing. And you know what? People say, well, 40% is a lot. I was like, it wouldn't be 40% if you would have started doing it 15 years, 20 years ago.
That's right.
When the big shot was making more money, they should have made more money.
Yeah.
I talked to, and I could say this about Danny because Danny and I are friends. Danny and I were having a conversation the other day, and the one thing he said, and it's always been this way since I've been here for 20 years, he says, yeah, man, there's no situation where I can get better without you getting better. If I make more, you're going to make more. I understand that there's a level to the way this thing is. This is Wilson Toyota, not Smith Toyota, right? So I understand that flex, but I always appreciate that he always reminds me and Josh and Steve, and we remind you guys, man, as I go, you go, right?
And it's so true.
And that's all I ask for, man. If you share the wealth, do I expect to get 80% of what you get? No. but I expect to be fair, right? And that's
Right.
that's what they need to do with this
Right.
with this strike, man. It's tough, and we're gonna feel it, and it's a horrible time.
It is. It's a tough time. It's a tough time of year for it to be happening. You know, it's going to be. Here's my thing, and it goes back to what we keep talking about, episode after episode. It seems like of wake up, right, and understand your surroundings and what's happening, because the people who don't think it's going to affect them are going to get steamrolled,
Dude. I'm gonna give kudos to my kids. I'm gonna give kudos to your kids. I'm gonna give kudos to Riley and Drew and everybody that I know that's in that generation. And you can beep this one out. This generation ain't taking no shit.
Yeah, agree.
Okay? They're gonna stand up for what they believe in. They don't care what you think, and they're gonna make you listen to them. And I think as society, we need to start. Now, I'm not saying they're all always gonna be right.
Right.
But they want their point to be heard, and I think that's valuable, and that's why you're getting these strikes like this UAW strike. There's a massive amount of young people that are like, listen, you're going to treat me fair because I'm not going to give you any other choice, and we run the workforce. So, and then they get a few old people like me and you to be like, yeah, you're right, Sonny, you're right, and you get enough people. And things will get changed. But this generation, we better be paying attention. They're going to change a lot of things, and they're always going to be fair. And wherever you stand on a lot of controversial issues, if you just watch your kids, if you have them in that, mid-20 range, if you just listen to them, they're the most fair people out there. They don't judge anyone. I mean, it's amazing to me. Sometimes, because I'm like old school. I'm like, man, yeah, it don't need to be 2 bathrooms, bro, right? Until I start listening to my daughter and she's explaining to me why this is. And she always says to me, how does that affect you? Is it affecting you directly? I was like, no. She's like, then why are you complaining?
Right. It's funny that you say that because both of my kids say the same thing.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and be like, why? Why did you do that? And or why not?
Yeah.
Right. And they'll say the same thing. Does it affect you?
Then leave it alone.
Yeah. Then why are we wasting our time on it?
So
they throw it out there,
and
I like it.
We just gotta listen. This strike that's going on right now, it will change things, and I will encourage all of our Toyota dealers that's out there, just kind of pay attention, and let's get our sales staff prepared to take care of these customers. And I don't want customers to come in. I'll tell you right now, you come to Wilson Toyota here at 2212 South Duff Avenue in Ames, a short drive from anywhere in the metro. You come to Wilson Toyota, I will guarantee you one thing. We will not throw dirt at wherever you've been buying your cars at. I will not tell you that your manufacturer currently is not a good manufacturer. What I want to tell you is how Toyota does things, how they do things better, in a sense, why their cars are more reliable, why the resale's higher, things like that. It has nothing to do with your manufacturer. It has everything to do with mine.
Ooh, I like it. And you know what? People think that we don't have a vehicle that fits into their wants and their needs. And it would be great if they came in and let us show them how it really does.
Well, Toyota dealers, they're going to be showing up at your dealer because they're going to have to. And I'm going to tell you, Toyota makes a vehicle for everyone. And if you just look up their lineup, make sure that we're getting prepared and we're taking care of people. I've had the opportunity to look at this new Toyota, this Grand Highlander. And I'm telling you, you want to talk about an answer to a lot of people's needs.
Yes.
It is there. And if you haven't had the opportunity to check out Toyota's Grand Highlander, this is a great time for you to start getting ready for the end of the year to just have more space.
Because there's going to be a push.
Oh,
That's right.
100%. And that was one of those
for me,
vehicles.
space is not an issue.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need the space. When you think about a guy like you, when you think about you and Nikki, I always come right to Toyota Venza. That you don't need the third row seat. You have a hybrid vehicle that gets great gas mileage. It's a very good performing vehicle, and man, it looks good.
And it's very quiet, very smooth. I love it.
Oh man, that hybrid is something else, isn't it?
It's a good vehicle.
It's something else.
Yeah.
But there's just so many vehicles, and I encourage all of our Toyota stores to get ready and get prepared as they come in to help through this tough process that our industry. This is an issue as an industry as a whole.
That's right.
It may be from the domestic side of things, but as an industry, we're all going to have to deal with this. And sometimes you just got to be a team, a total team. We all want to win. We all want to be the best. You know, Kansas City Chiefs is the best team in the NFL, but they're still part of the NFL, Right?
That's
I don't
right.
care. I know you're a Bears fan.
Hey.
It is what it is, dog.
We're still here.
Yeah, y'all still here, but y'all 0-4 or 0-5 or something like that.
Man, we won a game.
I think y'all beat some high school team in New England. All right. But, as it's going to affect our entire industry, and we
Right.
just got to be aware of that and be prepared as people come in to how to help. How to help. Yeah. Now, could we take the opportunity to kick if people are down? I mean,
Well,
we
no,
could.
I mean, you could, but why?
Don't be that dealer.
Why?
I'm just going to tell you, don't be
Yeah.
that dealer. Take this opportunity. We're going to have the opportunity to gain a lot of customers' trust and show that we're going to support the industry and the consumer as a whole. So this would be a good time for us to go out. And I would love for domestic buyers to come in and just, man, I'll give you a day where we don't have to talk numbers. We don't have to talk anything. Just come in and let me show you what Toyota has to offer.
Right.
A lot of times we don't even get the opportunity to show that person that's been driving Chevys or Fords or, GMCs all their life, just the product line.
It's true.
Now we're going to have to.
It's true.
Right? I can tell you one thing you don't get at GM. You don't get Toyota Care.
So true. So true.
With every brand new Toyota that you get Toyota Care, which is 2 years, 25,000 miles of prepaid maintenance. You also get 2 years, unlimited miles of roadside assistance. Man, go to Toyota, check out Toyota Care. You can't get
That's
that
just
anywhere
one.
else, man.
That's just one. I like it.
Right? But as a dealer, as a Toyota dealership, these are the things that you need to share with your sales staff so they understand that there's certain things that you can get from Toyota that you can't get from another manufacturer. Not that manufacturer doesn't have it; it just will not be called Toyota Care.
Right.
We always talk about
Right.
the Star Safety System. Man, how many safety products do you get in every Toyota that we don't tell the consumer?
No. We
Right?
went through this today again, and it's just like sometimes it's like throwing a brick against your head.
51st dates. 51st dates. You ever seen that movie? It's 51st dates.
It is 51st
Every
date.
day we gonna date the same person at the pancake house.
There's nothing like a first kiss.
No, isn't that a jewelry commercial?
What?
Isn't that a jewelry commercial? Every kiss begins
Oh, that's
with K?
every kiss with Ben. Yeah.
Is that what you just?
But I think Drew Barrymore says there's
What is
nothing
she-
like a first kiss. In 51st dates.
Was she in 51st?
She
I
was.
thought that was Sandra Bullock.
Was she?
That wasn't Sandra Bullock.
Here we go again.
Y'all,
No.
I tell y'all, hey, this is the same thing. Oh, I'm getting to hurry it up, right?
Oh, we done.
Anyway, I thought, so what? I'm going to stop. I thought it was Sandra Bullock. So what was her name again?
Drew Barrymore.
What was she in, Charlie's Angels?
Correct.
Yeah, see, I know. Is she in Charlie's Angels? She was. Okay, I'm getting my bad. Anyway, hey, man. Okay, we ain't going to talk about Billy D. Williams. Anyway, so
We done.
Hey, here's the deal, man. I appreciate you taking the time to join us here at Midwest Mayhem, which is presented to you by Wilson Toyota of Ames, 2212 South Duff Avenue, just a short drive from Rainier Metro. If you want to check us out and see what we're doing in the community, if you are an Instagram or Twitter person, we are at Wilson of Ames. If you are Facebook or TikTok, make sure you check us out at Wilson of Ames. Wilson Ames. What is it? I can't see it. Wilson
I don't
Toyota
have
of
my
Ames.
glasses.
Sorry, man, that was a joke. Okay, I'll say it again. Facebook, TikTok, at Wilson Toyota of Ames. I'm sorry, my bad. And if you want to get down, holler at the big dog, get at Big Strong. That's 2 G's when you're as big as I am. And at Big Strong 1 on that Insta chat. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Hey,
Yes.
tune back in, man. I want to get back to this UAW thing next week.
Let's do it.
Word up, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Chad. Again, he is
absolutely.
Chad Christensen. I am Tron Smith, and this has been Midwest Mayhem.
Let's get it.
It's funny because at about 2 minutes, she starts going like this.
He started giggling at one point, and I was like, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it right now.